I didn't know that anybody could do this. I didn't know that it's super cheap. It costs almost nothing to make, and it's so much better than any pasta you're going to get at the store. Welcome back to Paul and Benny. I'm Paul, and I never knew making pasta was this easy. Okay, I knew it wasn't super difficult. Like, there's not a ton of ingredients, there's not a bunch of intricate steps, but I didn't know to make it really good that anyone could do it. I remember watching my grandma do it when I was a little kid. I'm standing there at the counter just watching her roll out the ball of dough, roll it out flat, cut it with a knife, make her pasta. And it was the best thing ever, right? Just noodles and butter. So good. But I thought she had some superpowers like only grandmas have or really skilled cooks have. I didn't know that anybody could do this. So I'm going to show you right now that truly anyone can make fresh pasta. Now, if you're a real pro, you don't need the bowl, but I'm using a bowl today, and this is going to go really quick, so don't blink. So I'm going to start by putting about 2 cups of flour into a bowl. There's 1, and there's 2. And to this flour, I'm going to add what I think is a teaspoon of salt. Looks good to me. I'm going to give this a little stir just so it's mixed up ahead of time. I'm going to make a little well in the bottom of the bowl. Now to my well, I'm going to add 2 eggs and 2 tablespoons of water. Some people use milk here. It's really your preference. That's all the ingredients, guys. Now I'm just going to whip the eggs and water together until they're well combined. We're going to start gradually including the flour in our mixture. Start bringing it together. I'm going to put the fork down. I'm going with my hands and start pulling in flour and turning it over. Almost like I'm kneading. All right, there we go. I've got a beautiful ball of dough already. It's so soft and tender. I haven't kneaded it yet, but it's not tough at all. So I'm not going to keep adding flour to it, okay? I'm going to just use as little flour as I need to. If I need to add more once it gets going, I will. So I'll put our bowl aside, put a little flour out here. I'm going to knead for about 5 minutes. And by knead, I'm just going to pull it towards me and push. Pull it towards me and push. So I'm going to knead this dough for about 5 minutes. It's a little tacky to touch now that we've gotten the moisture from the inside works to the outside, but I'm not adding flour yet. I'm going to keep kneading for about 5 minutes. And after 5 minutes, it shouldn't be too tacky. If it is, then we can adjust the flour. But I don't think we'll need to. This is the perfect time for a PSA. If you don't want to hear my rant, you can fast forward about 20 seconds. I watch so many cooks on TV or YouTube or social media, and everyone always says, I'm going in with impeccably clean hands. I'm going in with my very clean hands. I've just washed my hands. Let me tell you something. I'm eating this food. Of course my hands are clean. Why wouldn't they be? I think it's ridiculous that people feel like they have to say that. And if your hands are not, that's your food, and I have nothing to say about that. I know people are just trying to intercept the trolls before they start making comments on their videos, but you know what? I welcome the comments. And if they're comments from trolls, that's okay because comments help my channel grow. Go ahead, leave a comment below. Have you made fresh pasta? Did you grow up with fresh pasta? Are your hands clean? Okay, let me finish kneading this dough. It's really soft, really smooth. It's beautiful. Just like pie crust, pasta dough can shrink when you cook it if you don't let it rest first. Tortillas will do the same thing. So we're going to put it here. I'm going to cover it. I'm going to let it sit about 10-15 minutes. Okay, you'll notice that my dough does not spring back when I poke it with my finger. That means when I roll it out, it's not going to shrink up a bunch, and it's not going to shrink so much when I cook it. And it's so soft. Oh my goodness. It is like, it's softer than Play-Doh. Oh, smells so good. How can flour and eggs smell so good? I'm going to sprinkle a little flour just in case it wants to stick a little bit. I don't think it's going to, just in case. Because while I'm pretty good at some things, I'm not a pro at pasta, but I'm going to prove anyone can make it really great. And here's where you get to decide what kind of pasta you're going to make. Of course, you could put it through a press and you can make spaghetti or linguine or something like that. And we're 100% not doing that today. You could even leave this really thick and make nice, soft, pillowy dumplings, very similar to Amish style. Guys, this is like the most amazing texture. It's so satisfying. So I'm going to roll mine out a little bit thin. It's going to be a little bit wider than fettuccine. It's going to be thinner than an egg noodle, but it's going to be delicious no matter what it looks like. It's going to taste great. It's going to have a wonderful texture in your mouth. So let me roll this out because I'm ready to eat. Now that I've got my pasta rolled out to the desired thickness, I'm just going to cut mine with a knife. You could use a pizza cutter, whatever you want, but this works for me. Now, just to safeguard against any sticking, I'm going to put a little more flour down here on my mat. I'm going to toss the noodles in it, and I'm going to get some water boiling. This is so much fun. By the way, I made a half batch here today just because I'm on a time crunch and I got to get dinner done. But you could totally double, triple this recipe, make as much as you need. They store pretty much forever dried. Aren't these beautiful? No, they're not perfectly uniform in thickness or length or, cut in some beautiful shape. I made them with my own hands. I am not bragging, but I'm in love with these and I can't wait to eat them. And I hope you make some soon. So start dropping the pasta in the water. These are not going to take long to cook at all. Maybe 1 to 3 minutes, which is a huge difference compared to store-bought dried pasta, which could take 7 to 12 minutes depending on the pasta. And it should take only a moment and these will come right back up to a rolling boil. I think that took less than a minute, maybe 80 seconds. And they're puffing up beautifully. I'm just going to set a timer here for another 2 minutes. I'll call you right back. Love it. These noodles are completely done. I'm going to drain them and top them in one of our favorite ways. I want to let you know not one of the noodles stuck to the bottom of the pan like dry pasta does. They're puffed up. They're beautiful. I'm so excited. I left just a hint of pasta water in the pan so they don't stick. I'll thicken up the sauce. I'm going to put a generous amount of butter in here. Full disclaimer, I already tasted them, guys. They are everything I hoped they would be. Not at all like store-bought spaghetti, but what's that word, toothsome? I mean, you really bite through them. They're gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous noodles. Some butter there. And we're not doing pasta sauce, they're not Italian style. One of Benny's favorite ways to eat noodles is with chili oil. Any Chinese restaurant we go to, he wants chili oil. And I know this isn't Chinese chili oil. This is Trader Joe chili oil. Sorry about the bad lighting there. I've still got the heat on. They're going to sear in just a second. Keep them nice and hot. Traditionally, I probably would have tossed these in some butter with a good helping of salt and pepper, maybe a little olive oil. But we've got the butter and chili crunch oil with the scallions here. This is so good, guys. I can't wait to dig in. They smell good. Mouth juices are flowing. Let's see here. Try to do this delicately. It's beautiful. It's such a good texture. It's literally fun to eat. I know you don't really get that with noodles. I know you don't really get that with noodles from the store. They always advise you to cook them a little al dente for proper texture. But al dente dried noodles never taste this good. They don't have this mouthfeel. Guys, it's so good. If you're enjoying this video, we'd love to have you subscribe to our channel. And if you go ahead and give it a thumbs up, that will let YouTube know that you're enjoying this video, and they will suggest it to other people to watch as well. Guys, it's really exciting to see that our channel is growing. Thank you so much to everyone who's watching our video and commenting and supporting us. This is a great time for us. Thank you, guys. We're super grateful for dishes that cost way less than $1 to make. They're extremely delicious, they're fun to eat, and everyone's going to love that you took time to make something special just for them. And of course, we're grateful for you watching.